老家没人给我介绍对象。
No one back in my hometown is introducing me to anyone. Every time someone hears that I work in an electronics factory, they disappear immediately. One guy even said outright, I don't date factory workers. And I just want to ask, what's so wrong with working in a factory? Well, if you're gonna marry someone like me. See? What's the point of just being pretty? Being pretty isn't enough. But I'm hardworking, I can do everything, just watch. Miss, what year were you born? I was born in 1997. What's your educational background? Bachelor's degree. What do you do for a living? I work in a hospital. As a nurse? Not exactly. I'm a rehabilitation therapist. What's your annual salary? About around 11,000 or USD. Are you currently looking for a job at a hospital over here? Yeah, I'm not in Xiamen yet. So you're looking for a partner from around this area like Xiamen or Zhangzhou? Yes, that's preferable. What do you like to do in your free time? I like raising pets, doing yoga, and occasionally traveling. How much do you usually spend per month? Roughly around 400-550 USD. What are your expectations for a guy? He should be at least 1.73 meters tall, have a stable job, and be based in either Xiamen or Zhangzhou. But the main thing is whether we click. Any requirements about owning a house or car? It's best if he already has them. But if he owns a house in his hometown, that's okay too. The rest we can build together in the future. Meeting each other is just the beginning. How much older than you are you willing to accept? Someone born in 1992 is fine, 1991 is okay too, but older than that might be hard for me. What kind of looks do you prefer? I like clean-cut, neat-looking guys, not the flashy, over-the-top type. Are you an only child? No, I have an older sister. Does your family expect a bride price? Yes. About how much? It depends on his financial ability. We're flexible.
因为我跟前男友同居过2年。
Because I lived with my ex-boyfriend for 2 years. Every single guy I meet on blind dates now treats me no different from a divorced woman. That's exactly what a woman from Qingdao told me. She lived with her ex for 2 years, but they eventually broke up. Half a month ago, she attended a matchmaking event and met a Qingdao guy she really liked. Things were going well and they were close to making it official. But once the guy found out she had lived with a boyfriend before, he suddenly started hesitating. He began to question whether he should really date her. In his mind, a woman who has cohabited is basically the same as someone who's divorced. This really hurt the woman. She asked me to pose a question to the men of Qingdao. Do you really believe that a woman who's lived with a boyfriend is the same as a divorced woman?
成都47岁大叔间拒绝一位26岁的少女追求。
A 47-year-old man in Chengdu rejected a 26-year-old woman who was chasing after him. Here's the story. This middle-aged man works as a senior executive at a major tech company in Chengdu. His annual salary is about 11,000 USD. He owns homes in both Beijing and Qingdao. He's been divorced once. Physically, he's around 173 centimeters tall, has a bit of a beer belly, and is slightly balding. He clearly stated that he wants to find a woman under 30 who is willing to give him 3 children. So we introduced him to a 26-year-old woman. She's from out of town, very attractive, and has a nice figure. When she visited our matchmaking office, she told the consultant she wanted a partner with solid financial conditions, and she was fine with someone up to 20 years older. Within a month, we arranged for them to meet. They got along well, and the chemistry seemed good. The girl even confessed to him. She said she wanted to be with him. He said he'd think about it, but the very next day he rejected her. She asked why, but he wouldn't say. So she came back to our office upset and confused. When we followed up with the man, he gave 3 reasons for rejecting her. She's not local. She doesn't have connections or resources in Chengdu, and her family background is average. So she wouldn't offer him much support after marriage. Her education is too low, even though she's good-looking. She only has an associate degree, which he says would make him lose face socially. She was too forward. He's suspicious that she's only interested in his money, and he wants a woman who's attracted to him for who he is. Honestly, I think this man is completely unrealistic. He wants a woman in her 20s, yet expects her to fall for his personal charm, not his wealth. But let's be real. If you want a young, beautiful woman with a good family background and a top-tier education, why would she choose you?
深圳莲花
How brutal is the matchmaking corner at Shenzhen's Lianhuashan Park? Well, you can see just how tough it is from this one story. A female PhD got rejected by a male master's graduate. Last weekend, I visited the matchmaking corner. I saw a woman, eyes full of tears, walking out. I asked around and learned she's 36 years old from Hunan with a PhD. She owns her own house and car, and she's a mid-level manager at a major internet company. She had shown interest in a man the same age, also 36, a master's degree holder from a top 985 university working at a state-owned enterprise, when the woman started telling him about how outstanding she was and was just about to scan the QR code on his info card. He stopped her cold. He asked, "If we get married, who's providing the marital home?" That caught her completely off guard. She responded, "Isn't that usually the man's responsibility?" And what did the man say? He said, "What does your excellence have to do with me? You have a house, you have a car, sure, but in the end, I still have to buy a home and pay a bride price." Hearing that, the woman got even more upset. She replied, "I'm interested in you because we're a good match. We could pool our resources and build something together. Don't take this for granted." But the man continued, "I'm busy with work. I just want to find a woman who'll focus on family, help keep the household in order. I don't care about her degrees or money, as long as she's gentle and family-oriented. Plus, if we're going to have kids, you're already 35. Isn't it harder to have children at that age? And women like you, so career-driven, you probably don't even want to stay at home. If neither of us is home, what's the point of getting married? You're amazing, but you're just not what I need." In the end, the woman said, "You men are all so shallow, blind to real worth." Then, eyes filled with tears, she turned and walked away. Now let me ask you watching this, what do you think about all of this?
如果同居过的，我坚决不要。这一个96年的男生跟我说的原话。
If she's lived with a man before, I absolutely won't accept it. That's exactly what a guy born in 1996 told me. Previously, one of his relatives introduced him to a girl, but after spending some time with her, he realized she was way too experienced. After asking around, he found out that the girl had even had an abortion before. Meanwhile, this guy has never been in a relationship. He's never even dated anyone, so he just couldn't accept it. This kind of guy says things like, "Only a blank sheet deserves another blank sheet. Newspaper should go with newspaper. I only accept girls who have never dated." What do you think? Is this guy's standard unreasonable? Before we dive into all of this, let us know in the comments where you're watching this video from. Connecting with viewers across the world is a huge source of inspiration for us.
再说一遍啊，我不嫁人，因为我家里
Let me say it again. I'm not getting married because my family owns cattle. No one's stopping me. But hey, if you really like me, you can marry into my family. Every day you'll herd cows and sheep with me. 9 to 5 job and every meal comes with meat.
我都没有想过，我到了33岁还是嫁不出去。
I never imagined that I'd still be unmarried at 33. Maybe I'm just destined to be alone. During holidays and festivals, when I see other families filled with light laughter and reunion, and I'm the only one sitting in silence, of course it doesn't feel great. This outcome, I had considered it. And now that I'm not married, I guess it's something I have to bear. If I were married, if there were someone waiting at home for me, that feeling would definitely be different. But still, I don't want to get married just for the sake of being married. I refuse to settle.
知道的是二婚彩礼，不知道的还以为是战败赔款耶。
People who don't know better might think this isn't a second marriage bride price, but a war reparations demand. Today, I arranged a blind date for an older divorced man and woman at a tea house. The man was a 40-year-old divorcee, slightly balding, tall and thin. The woman was 37, also divorced. Sharp face, thin lips, wore glasses. At first, things were fine. Polite smiles, casual greetings. They sat across from each other and started chatting. But after just a few sentences, the woman suddenly pulled out a notebook from her bag. It looked like an oil-stained ledger, and began to read from it. I'm divorced, so my bride price must be higher than for first-time marriages. A first-time marriage costs about $26,000 USD. But since this is a second marriage, I'm asking for about $4,000 USD. And then it got worse. As for jewelry, my girlfriends all got 5 gold items. So I want the same, a pair of gold bracelets, a pair of gold ring, a pair of gold earrings, and a necklace that weighs at least 15 to 20 grams. At this point, I could feel secondhand embarrassment from across the table. The man's eyes widened. His jaw clenched so hard I thought his molars would snap. But she wasn't done. I want a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, not the cheap configuration. I don't want to look low class. Also, my parents should get a fully decorated small villa, because apartment buildings are too noisy for the elderly. And I have a younger brother who's not married yet. You'll need to set aside about 21,000 USD for him too. The guy suddenly stood up and asked, "Lady, what are you here for? A date? Or to collect debt? Do I look like an ATM with legs? Your listing demands like you're some kind of celebrity. Even real stars wouldn't dare ask for this much. This is peak absurdity. And yes, 2025 has been full of characters like this.
比你低个5厘米都可以。
对对对，
你自己多高？
我有1.74米。
Your legs are 5 centimeters shorter than mine. Yeah, how tall are you? I'm 174 meters. I was born in 1996. Where are you currently based? I live in Chengdu now. I work in a hospital. I'm an attending physician. Oh, that's a pretty senior position. What's your monthly income like? Around approximately $1,375 USD. Do you have a car? Yes, and as for housing, I live with my parents right now. What kind of partner are you looking for? I hope to find a man who's really grounded, someone with a strong sense of responsibility. As long as he has a stable job, like in a state-owned enterprise or government agency, even if the salary is around roughly $550–700 USD, that's fine. So you're pretty stable yourself. Yes, and my parents are just regular workers at a state-owned company. We come from a very traditional family. What do you value most in a partner? His character. Just don't want someone who's a playboy. Maybe someone a little older. They're more likely to be caring. Don't you feel your expectations are a bit low? Well, I'm getting older and everyone's starting to feel anxious. My family really hopes I can get married soon.
第一次来就被围住的小姐姐，应该是98年。
Video 8. It was my first time here, and I immediately got surrounded. This young lady was born in 1998. She graduated from Himei University and now works as a kindergarten teacher. Hi, miss. I just saw you surrounded by a bunch of parents. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Sure. Is this your first time here? Yes. Did you feel the warm welcome of this matchmaking corner? Yeah, it's very enthusiastic. You're very sweet looking. I bet you're really popular. Not really. It's mostly because of my job. What do you do? I'm a full-time kindergarten teacher. Oh, a teacher. No wonder you're in demand. And your degree? Bachelor's from Jimei University. Oh, so you studied in Xiamen. How old are you this year? Born in 98, still pretty young. So how's the vibe at this Zhongshan Park matchmaking scene? Well, lots of parents, no actual guys. They all come straight up to scan my WeChat, but none of the boys show up themselves. Exactly. If the guys showed up on their own, they'd have a real shot at making an impression, right? That way we'd actually know if there's chemistry. What kind of guy do you like? Handsome ones. Ah, a visual first type. Yup. Not too chubby, not greasy looking. So looks matter more to you than anything else. Pretty much. What about money? Do you have financial requirements? Not too poor, not too rich, just average is fine. My parents introduced some premium guys, but I felt nothing. One look and I knew, nope, not for me. I go with my gut. A love at first sight kind of person? Exactly. So you're really just here scouting for handsome guys, huh? Well, yeah. Gotta see if there's a spark. Then you better come more often. Last week I interviewed quite a few good-looking guys here. Wanna be introduced to one of them? For real? Sure. If you're still watching, comment 1. So I know you're still with me.
Hello， 今年咱们多大了呀？几年的呀？我92年。
1. Hello. So how old are we this year? What year were you born? I was born in 1992. 1992. Wow, you don't look it at all. You really don't look like someone born in 92. And you don't look your age either. Are you from the post-2000s generation? So pretty and sweet. Thank you. I just like sweet girls. Thanks, love you. So does that mean we're a match? Maybe we are. That solves it then. Really, that's it. Settled already. Today, we're just curious. What kind of guy are you looking for? I care a lot about appearance. Like, I really care. So you like good-looking guys? Yes. Where are you from originally? I'm from Liaoning. Hey, me too. Which part? I'm from Dalian. I'm from Chaoyang. That's really close. Super close. What kind of work are you doing now? I do live stream e-commerce. Selling products on live stream. What's your annual income? About around $27,500 USD a year. That's not bad at all. Are you settled in Hangzhou now? Yes, I've officially settled here. Nice. So besides looks, do you want your future partner to have a house or a car? My parents may care about those things, but I mainly care about whether we vibe and get along. Whether he's a good person with integrity. That's fair. Someone with strong character. How about age difference? What's the max age gap you can accept? Depends on the person. Honestly, I'm open-minded. Some older guys look really young and take care of themselves well. They're attractive. Mature, responsible thinkers. Totally understandable. So do you cook and do housework? Yes, I do. That's amazing. Wow, very impressive. I really can cook and do housework? Not just saying it. Then you're a catch. Thanks. And you're really good-looking, too. Thank you.
如果有幸成为你的妻子，我将用我一生的爱来陪你。
If I'm lucky enough to become your wife, I will spend my entire life loving and caring for you. I will give you all the tenderness I have, so that you'll feel life is truly worth it. If I'm lucky enough to become your wife, I will dedicate my whole life.
我是90年的，今年35岁了，还没有结婚。
I was born in 1990. This year I'm 35 and still not married. It's not that I've ever been against marriage. I'll admit it, I delayed myself. In my 20s, I had access to a lot of great options. But back then, I kept thinking I was still young, that I had plenty of time. So I let those chances slip by. I also met good men. But I overestimated my own value and missed out. Now that I'm over 30, I rushed into the dating scene trying to get married quickly. But I realized I no longer have the ability to recognize a truly good man. Ended up trusting the wrong ones. So in the end, getting married early really does make a difference. You get more access to high-quality partners when you're younger. Conclusion. And that's the modern dating scene in China, where educated and financially independent women are still considered too much, while balding middle-aged men expect young, beautiful, fertile women who don't touch their money. Where bride price negotiations resemble project budgets, and living together once can label a woman as used goods. Even though China's economy continues to grow, its emotional landscape seems increasingly lost. According to the latest data from the Ministry of Civil Affairs, only 1.81 million couples registered for marriage in the first quarter of 2025, the lowest figure in over a decade. At the same time, the divorce rate keeps climbing, revealing a sad truth. Fewer and fewer people still believe in marriage. Life in China today is not just a material rat race. It's a place where young people are losing faith in lasting relationships. So let's ask the real question. Does a woman who once lived with her boyfriend, once worked in a factory, or once loved the wrong man, still deserve love like anyone else? Don't forget to leave a comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe to China Social Trends, where we dig into the truths no one else dares to say. See you in the next video, where real life speaks louder than fiction. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.